Alright, sup guys. So I'm going to be doing a video reacting and reviewing and analyzing all that good stuff to a video that was made on me saying that I was cheating. I've already recorded this before, but the audio fucked out, so I have to re-record it. So if it seems like I pre-watched anything, it's because I have. And yeah, let's get into it. This video is done on me and Natasha. I've already recorded the Natasha part, which was uploaded prior, and now I'm going to react to this.
Hey guys, how's it going? This is part 3. If you want to get up to speed, there's a part 1 and 2. You got to scroll down the Reddit. But I'm just going to say that some of y'all have been taking the blue pill still.
In my personal opinion, if you use Matrix analogies like the red pill and blue pill, you're beyond cringe. But that's not necessarily anything against his content yet. It's just that's a personal gripe I have. So if I seem uncharitable, it's because we're off to a bad start.
Still, it's a placebo. It's not doing anything. So I'm gonna need you to take the red one and open your eyes. So now I'm gonna try and red pill your ass to see what I'm talking about. A lot of you saying aim assist, rotational aim assist, centering. Like I don't know what that is. Just because I'm on keyboard and mouse, don't think I can't understand what aim assist is and does. Okay, let's say this is the player. This is the player hitbox. When they're looking around like this, and the player is right there, and they don't know about it, their aim is going to stop right here without them doing it. If they're looking this way, and they don't know it, player's there, and they look this way, it's going to stop at the player hitbox. All right? And if that player's moving, it's going to move with them. If they're strafing, it's going to strafe with the player hitbox without them doing it because it's locked. All right? Because unless you're doing that intentionally by moving your aim to look at that.
Alright, so I know I haven't spoken for a while, but he's basically laying out the groundwork of, oh, this is what aim assist is, this is what aim assist does, and then he's going to relate that information to clips of us, Natasha and myself, as keyboard and mouse players, and showcasing how we're actually doing the exact same thing as aim assist, meaning that we're using an aimbot. That is very flawed because aimbots don't work like aim assist. I'll go into depth into that later, but yeah, aimbots don't work like aim assist, so this is just like a flawed pre-context, I guess.
Your aim is not going to stay there, and has nothing to do with aim assist, all right? Or rotational aim assist when you're rotating. And I'm going to show you that they're not centering. Okay, you think they're centering because when they come around the corner, they're all...
His idea of centering slash which is crosshair placement is deeply flawed. It's like, yeah, it is so unbelievably flawed, and we'll get into that more so. But he believes that centering is always staying on the angle, and that's good crosshair placement a lot of the time. It'll be showcased further on that he will use people having actually exceptional aim crosshair placement because they know where the player is and they're aiming through the wall. It's going to use that as evidence that the player is cheating because they're actually not that skilled. That's like what and he's going to use it as evidence of like, oh, this is an aim lock. Which is bad.
On the player, but they were on the actual player before they came around the corner. But I'll point that out too. Also, I do want to make a video with legitimate players. I have a couple people in mind, probably Scump and Bolo Tack. He's I think an Xbox player. He's like #1 on leaderboards for console. Also, we're going to be going over, I don't know if I already said this, but we're going to be going over 2 keyboard and mouse players. This ConvolkJT. First, I'm going to show you how he's still cheating, and then I'll show you him doing the stop mechanism, and then what y'all think is centering to these guys, because I'll show you them doing it too. And then I want to show you this female streamer that's on keyboard and mouse. Someone actually showed me the clips or sent them to me, and I was like, whoa. Now I'll show you the part where it does the same side lock mechanism, and he centers a guy without even seeing him, okay? Don't want to call centering. So, I mean, just for no reason, he has this mini-map covered. But anyways, he never uses UAVs anyway.
I don't know where this sentiment has ever come from. Because it's just born out of thin air. I think I pop like 5 to 6 UAVs a game. And if you watched me stream, you could see that. Like when I streamed like last year, I pop UAVs all the time. The reason you don't see them on the videos is because why would I show like 20 seconds of me popping a UAV? That seems like it's bad editing because it's not that entertaining to just see me go to a buy station. So you won't see me popping UAVs inside my videos, but I have them popped. You can I guess like a lot of the time I'm playing Rebirth and I might not be popping UAVs there, but that's because there's Rebirth pings. It's less needed to have UAVs than Rebirth because there's Rebirth pings when you kill someone. Um, yeah, the reason that I covered this and covered the compass, despite the fact that I've done monitor cams with compass and the radar showing, like full monitor cams too. The reason I did this was to just bait people out like this because it was an easy way for, if someone pointed this out and was like, oh, see, it's clear cheating, I can just ban them from my channel because it's like, you're a dipshit. Like, if you've seen any of my other content, you know I'm not cheating because I've done full monitor cams showing my full monitor, and showing and not having the cam over any vital information. I did this just to bait people out, and it was funny because it baited a lot of people out, and it allowed me to ban a lot of people.
Anyways, you can watch this gameplay if you want. Hey, great centering on that last shot, right? We'll see how great it is. Bring up the reticle. All right. Same thing like I've been saying before. He's looking this way. All right?
All right.
When he looks over at him, it's going to stop at the player hitbox. Look how it stops, and it just abruptly stops like it's hitting a wall and then goes that way.
This is just a flick, and then also on top of that, he says that it stops at the hitbox. I'm actually right to the hitbox. Like, the person's here, and I stopped here. So that wouldn't be cheats. And then, secondly, it's like he forgets that, like, flicks are a thing. Like, if you flick and then lift up your mouse, this happens. I think the worst thing that's ever happened was, like, the 2014 craze relating to accusing everyone in CSGO professional scene for cheating, because I think it popularized the term offset locks. And it popularized the term that you'll lock onto, like, you'll have an aimbot that actually doesn't lock onto the target. It locks onto just off the target, which never happens. If you know any person that's cheated, if you have had any cheating experience, you know that that isn't a thing. No one has a cheat like that, and that is the only type of cheat that would be able to explain this, even if you just wanted to, like, forget that flicking exists. The only way that this would be a cheat is if it's an offset aimbot, which no one has ever used ever. So, yeah.
Right? But then he's kicking it. Now, centering, you say you want to call centering. So, is he centered? No.
Yes. I have actually really good centering here and really good crosshair placement. Because he believes that my aim should be here. Nah, there's no reason to, because this person is going to take a while. They're pretty far away from me. So it's going to take a while for them to peek, right? It's better for me to be aimed on them so there's less movement on my part to get to the target, because I know he's going to run here, so I can just track through the wall here, because I know that's how long it will take for him to get to this point here. I don't have to aim out here and wait for him to jump out, because that would be more movement on my part. I can just track here.
Oh, he's looking at the wall. Look. That's not even good centering. He doesn't even make it past this wall. All right, centering is looking out here, right?
Not really.
But no.
Because I'm moving to the right and then he's moving to the left. The wall will cover him, so there's no point for my aim to be here, because, yeah, I would be centered in a way because I'd be centering to his movement. But we're not having a fight right here. I'm ducking into cover. He's moving out here. I can turn around and then re-jump and re-peek him out. I'm not in imminent danger as much as this might look like I am.
No control that it stopped at the player hitbox. He wants that because once it's locked on the player hitbox, all he has to do is start the ADS and it'll pretty much do it for him. So
as you can see, I'm safe here. I don't need to be centering. This is something that there's like two type of players, I guess. Like, if you want to look at the CSGO scene, there's Rops, who is going to have exceptional crosshair placement at every single moment, no matter what. He is never going to not have a good crosshair placement. And then you can look at the GOAT of esports and look at Simple. If you watch his demos, he's looking at like the floor half the time because he knows when he needs the good crosshair placement and when he doesn't. I know when I need the good crosshair placement, especially here, because it's very easy to read when like needing good crosshair placement here. So I don't need it right now. I'm going to do good crosshair placement when I need it. But I don't need to do it here, and it's just going to put an extra effort in.
He's looking through the wall.
Yeah, it's fine.
He can't hit anything. So there is no centering there. And look, remember I tell you it follows him. See this distance from his head to this line right here. It's not.
It follows him because we're both moving at the same speed, because if you didn't know, if you're in a video game and the player is playing the same game as you, and they use, let's say, they move to the left and you move to the left, you're actually going to line up because the movement speed is the same.
Not changing until he ADSs right there. And y'all call aim assist, right? He has aim assist too. He's on keyboard and mouse. His aim assist, just like theirs, is locked to the player hitbox or outside of it. So, ADS, right on him, just like the controller player guys do. Now, another thing I want to point out is he doesn't even see this next guy. All right? I'll even kick it up a notch to whatever he thinks 4K is, even though he's not in 4K. All right. Obviously, you don't see anybody.
Yep. I don't visually see anyone, yeah.
Okay. So, he doesn't see anybody. You can't tell if anybody's on the radar, but I'm going to say there's no one on the radar.
Alright, so there's no one on the radar at the moment, but I popped a UAV before I went over to the bridge, and I realized that it popped up, someone was at the lighthouse, and then they popped someone that was around this area, right? So I know, if I have a game sense, that if I'm fighting someone around here, and I know someone's at the lighthouse, what would that lighthouse player want to do if he hears two people fighting near him, right? What he would want to do is third party. So I know that if he's at lighthouse, he's most likely running down here and trying to get to me. If that's the case, then I can get ready for this. That's why I do a quick gathering of resources here, and then I duck back into the building and then peek back out.
And then, try to make it seem like you know where everybody's at. Go watch this guy gameplay. He doesn't ever buy UAVs.
Yeah, I know where this comes from. Just lying, I guess.
Anyways. Nobody there, right? Here's his centering, right? He's looking through a wall.
There's nothing wrong with looking through a wall, especially if I have a monitor cam. Like, I have a monitor cam here. Yeah, I look through walls. There's no one there. Like, it's not like I have ESP and I'm staring at someone through a wall.
This way. So. There's no one in there. Wait. Centering. Wait.
Oh, this is actually, like, unironically, perfect centering. It was lucky because I was peeking at here, and the reason that I was peeking, the reason I was peeking at here is because if I aim at the middle, it gives me the least amount of distance if I have to flick right or left. So let's say someone's here, and I'm aiming here, I flick left. But let's say, wouldn't it be smarter to just crosshair placement here then? Well, what if the player's over here? Then it's a longer distance to travel. Basically, I'm minimizing by looking in the middle of places. Flicking right to left is the same amount of distance. And I'm not gambling that I'm looking here and then have to flick to the right. That's a longer flick. I'm making it so it's as short as possible, but it forces me to flick, but I'm making the distance as short as possible.
Fuck. Hit the damn wrong button. All right. Anyways, centering. Let's talk about centering. He initiates the jump like this. Look. He initiates. He's looking at the wall.
Yeah, it's perfectly fun. Why would I look here when I know there's no possible way someone can be here? Why would I look here?
Is this centering? Or looking over here is centering?
That's not what centering is.
So I know what centering is.
No, you don't.
What he is he's locked to the guy. Because remember how I said looking this way or left, it doesn't matter, but I'm just using it for direction. He's looking in this direction. Then he's going to look towards the guy. He knows he's there. And then look, it stops. Can you tell it stops? At least answer that. I mean, if you
Yeah, it's
can't
because I
tell it stops,
flicked.
then this is a losing battle for me trying to show you how this shit works. Now, now look, he's already all the way ADS without knowing this
Got
guy's
decently
there.
lucky. I know
But
that
look,
he could be there.
there's that centering, and you can't really tell what he's doing, but pretty much he's not really doing much.
You can't tell, but I'm just gonna make a guess because it makes me look better that he's doing nothing.
Yeah. Great centering, huh? He was centered way back there, so he has the best centering out of the whole bunch of them.
Yep. Cool. So sauce.
All right, let's check this one out. Reticle?
Oh, I'm going to quickly explain the flaw in his logic because he's showing that these flicks, they're so similar to aim assist, right? But they're two functionally different things. So with aim assist, it is programmed to make it so with controller, if you hit over someone, it slows it down. Like there's a magnetic effect, but it's not tied to a bone. It's not tied to the hitbox necessarily. It's just like you swipe here. Let's say this is the gray area. You swipe gray area here. You swipe through here, and it's just gonna slow down there. That's not what aimbot does. What aimbot does is it will just go here. It will stop here, or it will stop here instead of just slowing it down. The reason that is different is because with aimbot, it's usually tied to a bone. Now you can have advanced aimbots that tie to multiple bones throughout a body, but in general, you're tying to a bone, and it's going to tie to the center of the bone most likely. You can have higher smoothing, so it's slowly going to there while you're aiming, so it doesn't look like you're just locked to a certain point. But it is tied to a bone. What he's saying here is that I'm flicking, and then I'm having the same aim assist like quality of it slowing down when I'm hitting them. That doesn't exist, to my knowledge, especially and it's very uncommon if it does exist. Like no one has it. So yeah, it's just a flagrant misunderstanding of cheats and how aim assist works and what type of cheats you can get on the PC.
Up on this. Now, right now, we know the guy's down there, because we've seen the clip. But if you see, look where his reticle is, and just look at something that you can tell is stationary, like this thing on top of the this smoke thing, right on top of this building. You can tell his very little. It's moving because this guy is actually moving down here. Sorry to say, but it's going to be unbelievable, but he is locked to this guy.
Or we're just both moving right and we're moving at the same movement speed. So it's going to look like we're matching movements because we are.
Because when I was strafing before, you can tell it would go through this guy right here. It wouldn't stay locked. You can tell he's locked in one position as he's strafing. And I just showed in my other videos that you cannot strafe and keep it locked to a certain point without physically looking at that point. He's physically locked to that person. It's going to bring it down.
And then that's the end of the video. Alright, so I'm going to be doing a few of these videos, decently often, I guess. I find reacting to this sort of content very amusing, and that's also, I think, can be informative to a lot of other people, because there is a massive growing community of people just accusing a bunch of people without any understanding of how cheats work. Considering I've played at a high level, and then also, multiple games played at a high level, and then also have a cheating past, and I understand cheats, I think I have a valuable input on this topic. I'm going to make this relatively uncommon, like once every 3 days-ish content, because I still want to upload my own gameplay, and that is the main draw for these for you people, obviously. But I want to make this reaction content on the side as well, because it is quite entertaining for me, And as much as it takes longer to edit, it's less grueling because I haven't like this is new content for me, you know. Like I have been editing the like gameplay content for like 2.5 years, 3 years. So it gets like a bit tedious, and this is less tedious for editing, despite it taking longer. But yeah, thank you for all of the support. I appreciate all of you immensely. I have a Patreon, I have a Discord as well. If you just look up ConvolkJT on Patreon, you can sub today if you want to chuck me a few V-Bucks. And I am on Discord if you want to join my community. Recently, in the past like month, my Discord got nuked because of a rogue admin. That admin is no longer with us. So if you go to the, you might. So even if you think you're in the Discord, why don't you just check? You know, I appreciate all of you. Thank you all for the support. And yeah, bye.